may not be certain of a higher power, but sometimes it's nice to share all this shit with somebody else. You can almost believe that you're not hundreds of meters underground. Almost. The bubblehead himself. They really captured the insecure look in his eyes. Sitting at the Secretary General's desk. Once a dream, now a goddamn headache. I'm ready to respond to Admiral Krusko's message. Admiral Krusko. The Jupiter fleet is under your command, and I have no intention of disputing your authority. However, I have reviewed the logs for the Ramses II, and I see no direct threat to Juno Station or the Jupiter fleet. Whatever the Martians are doing with that ship, it remains a mystery. One I intend to solve. I believe I've earned my drink now, if I am ready for a break. Am I ready to unwind? Mars, Earth, the Belt. Your own damn children. It's all too much to control. Shit!
Madam Deputy Undersecretary, I received a new update from the Director of Operations. Stand by.
The time window for restoration of services has been extended indefinitely. Thank you.
Does the Director of Operations happen to report to Undersecretary Mendez?
Yes, D.O. Tanaka is a direct report.
This is no accident. Mendez is trying to block me out of the vote.
Forgive me, Madam Deputy, but isn't that a little paranoid?
You'd be paranoid too, if you got fucked over as much as I do.
Whatever's causing it, we won't get much done without power.
You underestimate me, Nishan. My electrical engineering degree wasn't just for show. Word of this gets out, I'll have your testicles as paperweights.
Understood, Madam Deputy Undersecretary.
I learned a few things besides networking at Kano Polytech. Let's hope I remembered them.
Well done, Madam Undersecretary.
What can I say? I live to impress you, Nishan. We have power again, but it's limited. Any news from the outside world?
The Security Council vote will proceed as planned, but you are scheduled to address the delegates first. The Ramses 2 is still off course near Juno, and the intervention window is closing. You've received another message from Admiral Kruzko, and you should be able to contact him again.
That won't mean shit if I can't make him listen. Did you find any dirt on him?
I'm afraid not. Of course, if the Secretary General weren't indisposed, he might share whatever unsealed files he might have.
He's safe. I like this dark side of you, Nishan.
I learned from the best, Madam Undersecretary.
My darling, I'm sorry to hear that you've been detained, though I'm more than willing to press my advantage while your attention is elsewhere. I'm not surprised that foolish men think that they can control you, and I pity them greatly. I just heard from Shanapal. All things considered, he's faring well. I credit your fighting spirit, which I trust won't be too wounded by the loss of this pawn.
Faring well? Have you heard what your son is doing on Callisto? I must admit, of all the disasters I am dealing with, it is our son that worries me most. All the time we spent raising him, and what does he do? Falls in love on a rock in the middle of space. Talk to him, Arjun. If you can't change his mind, no one can. It's sad, but without this Nishan drone here, I would feel truly alone. What are you looking at? All the smog and serene. Protect my husband, who I need far more than I want him to know. Give me the strength not to strangle that infuriating private, or the strength to do it. Either way. Get Kruzko to listen to reason. Give him enough wisdom, or enough fear of what I'll do to him. I love being reminded of all the beautiful places I can't visit. What's the point of sitting in for the Secretary General if I don't get to break into his safe? Need to find the key. Knowing the Secretary General, he's hidden somewhere that makes him feel clever. Go back to your base and face the wall. It's called plausible deniability, for fuck's sake.
Deniability of what?
Good drone. It's almost optimistic to think we could fuck up this planet more than we already have. If we were wasting our time planning for alien contact, at least we are being honest about it.
Hi, Mom. It's me again. 2 messages in one day. Must be a new record, right? So, we're gearing up for a mission. I don't know where yet. I never do, but I wanted to reach out. I don't care what you say. I'm not breaking things off with Marie. It's my decision. Just because you think you control the system doesn't mean you control me. Remember when you forced me to enlist and I didn't talk to you for 6 months? I don't want this to be like that. Call me back when you get a chance. I'd love to hear from you before we deploy.
Sweet boy, you must stay safe and return to us soon. You have an important job to do, and I trust you to do it well. However, this is no time for sentimentality. All soldiers feel strongly on the eve of battle, which is why it's the worst fucking time to make decisions. Push this Marie out of your head and focus on what matters. You know what to do. I love you desperately, and I pray I will see your face again soon. Semper Fi, my sweet boy.
Oh, Christian, I was just about to call you. The council has set the date for the reorganization vote. It's today, in full assembly.
And I don't suppose you'd consider postponement for the council member who's working from a hole in the ground.
Oh, believe me, I asked, begged even. But there's too much momentum.
I've made my position clear to you. I am sure I can make it to the other councillors as well.
Oh, of course. But the timing is, well, you should get on people's calendars as soon as you can.
Jeffrey, I like you. You're ambitious. And you have balls. That's why I am telling you to cancel the vote. You don't want to go up against me.
Christian, you are an inspiration. I've looked up to you for, well, my whole career. But this motion is moving forward, and last I counted, you were 3 votes short.
Cocksucker.
I've populated your screen with 5 delegates whose votes may be winnable. You should call them and see where they stand.
Very good.
Undersecretary, this is Admiral Kruzko. I'm afraid the situation near Juno has reached its inflection point. The Martians are now openly flouting system law, and this act cannot go unanswered. I understand your desire for caution in your temporary position. But that is no excuse for indecision. No orders have been issued, but I cannot guarantee the obedience of my captains. They understand that lives are at stake, and they are only human. I implore you to transmit orders as soon as possible. Krusko, signing off.
This asshole won't respect me unless I make him. Admiral Krusko, here are your orders. You will remain in place. You will not intercept the MCR in Ramses II. Understand, this is not a request, and I owe you no explanation. I've also been reviewing your sealed personal file. It reads like a fucking tabloid. Sex, nepotism, cover-ups. It would only take one word from me to have it unsealed and all over the news tonight. I will await your confirmation of these orders.
This is Deputy Governor Dunning.
Natalie is Christian.
I should have known.
Natalie, I need a favor, and you know I wouldn't ask unless it were urgent.
Who are we kidding, Chris? You only ever call when you need a favor. So what is it?
It's the Security Council vote. Can I count on you to reject the reorganization under Mendes?
I like you, Chris. But not enough for charity.
Meaning?
Shepherd Complex has a faulty filtration system, and it needs updating. But the funds are never there. See that Shepherd gets its new water tower, and I'll support you.
I'll see what I can do.
You're Christian Avasarala. I expect a lot more than that.
Well, this is a surprise. To what do I owe the honor?
This is about the vote to reorganize the Security Council.
Ah, I see. Well, Jeffrey Mendez is a spiteful worm, and any motion he champions is certainly one I will vote against.
So I have your support?
If you make me one promise.
I'm afraid I can't make you any promises, Director Singh.
Smart. As of now, I will vote with you against the reorganization. However, whatever happens in negotiations, you cannot raise taxes. If you plan a tax hike of any kind, you will be calling Mendez Sir before the week is out. Do you understand?
Are you threatening me, Finance Director Singh?
No, I am informing you of the potential consequences if you fail to heed my warning. The system will break, Christian.
I understand the situation, and I will make this work.
I appreciate the call, Madam Undersecretary. Good luck.
Avasarala.
Okoro, I've heard that you're undecided on the security reorganization.
Only because I knew you'd show up here eventually.
I know we've had our disagreements in the past, but your support in this vote is crucial.
How crucial?
Enough for me to be here kissing your ass, when I should be in New York getting a manicure.
So I can give you the vote, but I'll need something in return.
Don't keep me in suspense.
We're getting a lot of flack from the wealthier tiers of the Earth admin zones. Too many private regulations over spaceport licensing.
You're joking.
They want the UN Accountability Office to deregulate private spaceports, and they're fine with higher taxes if that's what gets it done.
Very well. I will get back to you.
I'm sure you will, but only when your back's against the wall.
Does she think I do this to make friends?
Is this for real? Christian Avasarala. It's been a long time.
Elena, it's been a few years.
Years? Come on. You remember the last time we saw each other.
I'm afraid I don't remember.
That's not surprising. I hardly remember it either.
Listen, I need a favor.
Let me guess. Mendes security plan?
How did you know?
Singh warned me you'd be calling. But I understand why you're concerned. Any idiot can see what Mendez is trying to pull.
Can I count on you?
You may. But only if the proposed water tower in Shepherd Complex never moves forward.
Oh, you're not a supporter of the project?
I'm not a supporter of handing Dunning another fucking victory to pad her resume for committee assignments.
I see.
I knew you would. Gotta run. Good luck today, Christian.